Good afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to the videos. Actually, to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. Today, what I'm going to talk about is a little bit about. Well, today I went to do my chemotherapy, number 36. 36 sessions of chemotherapy. It's now been a year. Let me see, a year and 4 months that I've been doing this, and it's mainly been a weekly thing. Sometimes, well, for the most part, I get like 1 week off, so it's like for 3 weeks I get 1 week where I'm off. So next week is my off week. The thing about the treatments and shit is that as time goes by, you can only do so much chemotherapy. I asked the doctor about it before, and she says, well, we can only do so much. We're gonna come to a point where we have to stop, because the chemo is going to kill you faster than the cancer, or is doing more damage to you than the cancer. So we eventually have to stop, and then we'll see what we're going to do from there. So, for a long, it's been a year and 4 months. So for a while, I was able to go through the chemotherapy and not really have too many side effects. And just be able to go on with my life, But it seems now that the chemotherapy is now catching up to me. You know what I mean? It's not like it was before. It's not like a quick recovery after a day or two. You know what I mean? It's taking me longer now, and that's because I most likely, I'm guessing that my body's starting to break down. It's not recovering anymore like it was before. So I did chemotherapy last week, which I think it was on a Monday. So let me see, Friday. Yeah, Friday. It was so my body was just really tired, and it was very hard for me to stay awake. I was at work, and I was really, really tired. I just couldn't shake it. My body's hurting. My muscles are sore. It's kind of like having a good workout, and then the next day you wake up and your body's sore. It's hurting. Well, that's what it's like. But it stays like that. When you go work out and your body's like that, it's sore. You wake up sore. You can hardly move. And then, as you're moving around through the day, you'll start to feel better, But for me, it just stays like that, where it's where I'm just constantly tired, and my muscles are hurting and shit. My feet act up because of neuropathy, So I'm at work, and I'm fighting to stay awake. And I go in at 4:30 in the morning, but I leave my house like at 3:30, so I can get there early and have my coffee and relax, you know. So, but that day on Friday, I just it was very hard for me to keep my eyes open, you know. And we were not too busy at work, so there's three of us that are working the yard on the days that I'm there. There's three of us. So there came a time probably about like 9:30 in the morning or something like that, 10 o'clock somewhere around there. That we weren't really doing shit. You know, we all just parked our trucks and we were just sitting there waiting for them to call us to do some moves. You know, and I just leaned over the steering wheel and I put my head in my arms. You know, like just trying to like that, just to take a little like just to rest my eyes, I guess. You know, and I passed out. You know, I knocked out, and I don't know how long I was there, but I hear a truck pull up next to me. So I like opened my eyes and I looked over, and it was one of the other drivers. And he's like, "You all right, dog?" I mean, because these guys know what I'm going through, you know. So he's like, "You all right, dog?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just a little tired, but I'm all right. What's going on? They call some trailers or what?" He's like, "Nah, don't worry about it. Just rest. You know, we understand what you're going through." And he goes, "But you know, the other guy, he saw you, and he told me, hey, go over there and check on Mike because he's been like that for a while." And he's like, "What do you mean?" He's like he's asleep or something on the steering wheel, you know. And he's like, "Was his head back or he's just like forward?" He's like, "No, he's leaning forward onto the steering wheel." He's like, "Go over there and check on him." So that's why he came. He's like, he told me to come check on you because he kind of got worried, you know. And I said, "Oh no, I'm okay. I'm just resting my eyes, you know." I go, "How long have I been here?" He goes, "You've been there for a while, but don't worry about it. Just stay right there. You know, relax, man. We know you're tired. You know, we'll take care of this. There's nothing going on right now anyway. But if anything comes up, we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it." I said, "Nah, you know, I gotta do something. You know, I gotta move around because if I'm not moving around, then it makes me even more tired. You know." So I was like, "Oh, I appreciate it, you know." So I just started my truck and started looking for stuff to do. You know, trying to find something to do to keep me going. You know, because I was so tired. But I ended up going home early. That not early, but I went home on time because my schedule was I work from 4:30 to my schedule is 4:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But we usually stay until 4:30 in the afternoon. But I mean, I don't have to. I can stay until 3:30, anytime after three. You know. So that day I told me I'm gonna bounce. You know, I can't keep my eyes open no more. I'm done. You know. So they're like, "Yeah, no problem." You know. So I take off. So that was Friday. Saturday, I didn't get out of bed until like maybe 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, something like that. I don't know. No. I got out of bed at yeah, something like that, man. I just couldn't shake that shit. I couldn't get up. I was just so tired. My body's hurting, you know. When I did get up, I got up, took a shower, and told my wife, "Hey, I told her I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna go lay down on the couch and watch TV because she was downstairs watching TV. You know, she wasn't in the bed." And so that's what I did. I took a shower and I went back. I went down, put some shorts on, went downstairs and lay on the couch and started watching TV. You know, and eventually ended up back in my room again. You know, laying in the bed and knocking out. And but you know, I was feeling like shit. You know, I was feeling really bad. You know, I just couldn't shake it. You know, and so my wife was like, "You shouldn't go to work tomorrow." You know, and on Sundays it's only two guys at work, and so it was me and another guy. And I said, "You know what? I can't leave him by himself. You know, I feel bad if I left him by himself." And again, I had to be at work at 4:30 in the morning the next day. So, but I said, "You know what? She's right. You know, because I just couldn't shake it. My body's just not allowing me to. You know, so." I called my boss and I told him, and he's like, "Yeah, no problem. We'll take it. We'll get somebody to fill in for you. Don't worry about it, you know." And I'm over there trying to give him suggestions on who. He's like, "Nah, don't worry about it." You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about that shit. We'll take care of that. You know what I mean? Go get your rest. You know. So I stayed in bed. So then Sunday comes, you know, and I say I gotta get out of this bed. You know, I get up in the morning like about I don't know 8:30 in the morning. Tell my wife get up, take a shower, let's go get breakfast. And 'cause I wanted to see how I was gonna feel, you know. And so we go and have breakfast, and then I wanted to get my hair cut finally because I haven't had my hair cut. My hair's barely growing back now. You can see I have hair now again. Like I've had hair for I've been letting my hair grow for like 2 months, and that's as long as it's gotten in 2 months. But I wanted to touch up the sides and shit because my sideburns were getting long and the back of my neck was all fucked up, So went to the barber shop and I got my hair cut. And but when I was at the barber shop, I started to feel it again, and then my breathing wasn't too good, So I told my wife, let's go home. Went home and I already knew that I wasn't gonna, I had to be at work at 4:30 for Monday, 4:30 Monday morning. So I said, let me go back to the house and I'm gonna go lay down. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm tired. I'm not feeling good. So same thing. Come home and go upstairs, lay down, and then that's when I started to feel bad for my wife. Because I'm the one that has to do it. I'm going through this shit that I'm going through, but she's also going with whatever she's going through, and she's got to watch me go through the shit. You know what I mean? And my life is I mean, it is what it is. It's not really on hold because I keep trying to do things. Try to be somewhat active. But it's rough because I work 12 hour, like no 11 half-hour shifts. So for the most part. So it takes a lot out of me, and the chemo is not helping anything for as of right now. It's just like kind of like it's holding shit kind of like at bay because it's not getting worse, but it's not getting better. You know what I mean? I still have the cancer. You know what I mean? So, but it's not getting worse. So that's a good thing. But it's taking me longer now to recover, and so I'm always tired. And now lately I've been spending a lot of time laying down and shit. And so I told her Sunday when we were laying down, because we were both laying down watching TV, and I says, I don't want you to be laying in this bed with me. You don't have to. You don't have to lay here in this bed with me because of what I'm going through, because it's fucked up that, her life is at a standstill right now. She's, I'm spending a lot of time in bed, and if I'm in bed, she's there. You know what I mean? And that's where the guilt comes in. You feel like, fuck, this is, you don't have to, sit here like this, like I do. You know what I mean? And she's like, why are you saying that? I said, well, because, I can't do shit right now. I'm so tired and I'm hurting and shit like that. And, and so for me, I have no other choice, but you don't have to, you know what I mean? And now I'm not telling her to go out and fucking party and shit like that. That's not what I'm saying. But, she wants to come downstairs and watch TV, or maybe have one of her sons or both her sons come over and hang out with her. As long as they're being quiet and shit and I can sleep, I mean, she could do that. Or if she wants to visit with one of her friends or go to lunch with one of her friends, or, go visit her mom. I mean, you don't have to stay there. You know what I mean? She doesn't have to stay here and deal with it with the way I do. You know what I mean? Or deal with it while I'm dealing with it. She can, go ahead and somewhat continue with her life, you know what I mean, until either I get better or I'm just not here, you know what I mean? But, it's the guilt of me, no, well, my my issue, whatever you want to call it, disease, whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, it's holding me back, but it's also holding her back, you know what I mean? So that's what I was telling her. You don't have to. You know what I mean? I understand, And she's like, no, I'm gonna go where you go. If you're gonna be up here, I'm gonna be up here too. So I mean, like I said, I still feel the same, even though I appreciate that she does that. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that she does it. You know what I mean? But it's still a fucked up feeling for me to have to, because she has to watch what I'm going through, but I also have to watch what she has to go through. You know what I mean? I don't know what she feels. She doesn't know what I feel. It's two different things, I'm going through it. She's not, but she's going through something different that I don't understand. And shit like this, there is people out there, men and women, that after a while, they will walk out on you. You know what I mean? They will walk out on you after a while. I mean, me going through what I'm going through, this shit, it's been a year and 4 months, like I said. And I've had people walk out on me. You know what I mean? So if these people that I'm speaking of can walk out on me, then who's to say that a woman, a wife, a girlfriend wouldn't walk out on you? Or a husband, a boyfriend. You know what I mean? As far as if it's a woman going through it. People can only take so much. There's some people out there that just can't do it. Especially in these days, you know what I mean? Where everybody's trying to win some kind of fucking popularity contest on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But the good thing is she doesn't give a fuck about being seen like a lot of these other women that are on the internet. You know what I mean? But there's people out there. There's women and men out there that just can't take it. The same way as somebody that's, you do something, you get busted for, you're gonna do 2 years in prison or whatever, 2 years in county jail, whatever you're gonna do, whether you're a man or a woman. Somebody might wait for you for a few months, but they're gonna bounce on you. Most of the time, they're gonna bounce on you. People will take off on you when you need them the most, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So, that kind of shit's got to stay in my mind. It doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bother me at all. Because I've been honest from the very beginning in my videos and shit like that. I've said it in front of my wife. I've told people the same thing that I say right now. I trust people as far as I can throw them. Just because she's my wife doesn't mean that I completely will sit here and tell you, oh, I trust her 100%. No. You know what I mean? I expect the worst from people in case they do the worst. Then you don't feel so surprised by what they do. I can accept the fact that, maybe one day, it's only a year and 4 months. Maybe one day she'll get tired. We even joked about it, I think on Sunday. It was Sunday. I was joking with her about it. And I told her, if you left while I'm going through this shit, you'd be banned from this whole scene. I promise you that. I guarantee you that. Motherfuckers will be like, oh shit, she left her husband when he was going through cancer because she couldn't deal with it no more. Most people wouldn't want to see her around. I was telling her, most people wouldn't want to see you around no more. There's probably be a lot of women out there that want to fucking fight with you because a lot of people know me. I don't sit here and say it like I'm Mr. Popular, but I guarantee you in this biker thing in Southern California, there's only a few of us that are very well known. You know what I mean? And I'm one of them. People know who I am from San Diego to Bakersfield, Central California, Ventura, all IE, LA. People know who I am. It's because the whole biker scene, my brand, doing my shirts and shit like that, and going to events like I used to before, a lot of people know who I am. Why you can go onto my Instagram and look at the comments. I can't even get to the bottom. I can't even get to the bottom of the messages on my Instagram. I'm not talking about unread messages. I'm just saying the messages, thousands of them. I can't even get to the bottom of them. They've all been read, but I can't scroll through that thing and get to the very bottom of those fucking messages. There's just so many. So we were laughing about it. It's like, you'd be fucking banned. There'd probably be a bunch of chicks if they ever saw you around, like, oh, there's that fucking bitch that left when he's sick of cancer. She left him. And She's out here fucking hanging around. They wouldn't want her around, and she was, me and her were just laughing about it, you know what I mean? But I'm not saying that's what's going on in my life. I'm just, what I'm saying is that, I don't know how I would deal with the shit. You know what I mean? Today I was doing my chemo, and there was a older couple there, probably in their mid 70s. The husband's the one with cancer, and he looks like he ain't got much time left. He's there. You could tell he's in pain. You know what I mean? But he's still doing his thing. He's still taking his treatment. He had more bags than I did, hanging from that pole. And he was there longer than me. I left. He was still there. But his wife stayed with him. And for the most part, she took off for a little while, and then when I was leaving, she was walking back in. Maybe you could go get yourself something to eat or something. But anyway, she was sitting there. She kept rubbing his legs, his arms, wiping his face, and he's just slumped over. You could tell he's in pain. And I was sitting there just thinking, like, how long he been going through this shit? And, he's looks like he's deteriorating quick, but yet the wife's still there. The wife's sitting right there next to him, holding his hand, rubbing his arm, rubbing his knees and shit, It's like, that's a good woman right there. She looked very healthy. But yet she's gonna sit there, and it sucks because they're older people. You know what I mean? They're older people, and one day the shit's most likely gonna take him, and then she's gonna be alone. Maybe she has her family and all that shit. But for the most part, she ain't be alone because she's already in her mid 70s, somewhere around there. You know what I mean? And one day he's not gonna be there no more. One day she's gonna roll over, he's not there no more. So I was just like, man, I don't know how the lady, how long they've been dealing with it, and how she deals with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she's still there. She's still there with him doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't, I'm not like, it's not in my mind that my wife's gonna end up bouncing on me or nothing like that. It's just that I understand that people get tired, and especially when we first got together, we were always active doing things. We were always out with my partners and shit. We were riding, going places, going to breweries and events and shit like that. And then this shit comes along and stops all that. You know what I mean? It stopped it all, and life took a turn. And my life is at home for the most part, and that's why I built this shit here, this whole thing, this fucking bar here, because I couldn't go with my friends all the time to the fucking bars and to the breweries and shit like that. So I said, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it here. That way, if I'm tired, I go upstairs. My room is right above me. I go upstairs. They can stay here and hang out. They know not to steal nothing. They wouldn't steal nothing. They lock up the fucking place. You know what I mean? I know my people. And if they brought somebody here with them that I know they wouldn't allow them to do anything wrong here. You know what I mean? But that's why I did it. Because I couldn't go out and do the things I wanted to do before. So, but again, things seem to be getting worse now. People that meet me and they find out that I have cancer, they say, man, you look good. You don't look like you got cancer. I'm glad that I don't look like I got cancer, But you don't know how I feel, though. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day, it was Saturday. I was in the restroom washing up. It was in the evening time. And I felt like I had a lot of spit in my mouth, So I spit in the sink, and it was a lot of blood came out. And it was a lot. I was like, what the fuck? Because it was running down my face right here. And I tell my wife, hey, come here. And she comes in, I have blood here. And she's like, what the hell's going on? I said, look in the sink. And there's all kinds of blood. They just kept spitting blood out. And so she's like, want me to take you to the doctors? I'm like, no. I'm not going to do it. I'm not in no pain. If I was in pain, I'll go, but I'm not in no pain. And she's like, well, what do you think it is? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I mean? She's like, well, I'm going to call the doctor's office and leave them a message, but there's no need, I got to see my doctor anyway next week on Monday. And then a couple of days now, when I swallow, I can feel like a lump, And so I was feeling it last night and right here. I can feel a ball right there. Maybe like the size of a gumball right here. And I can feel it when I swallow, I don't know what the fuck it is, but I don't have it on this side. I know that. It's only on this side. And I can touch it and push it, And so I don't know if that's the problem. If that's where the blood's coming from, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck it is, But I go see the doctor on Monday. She'll look, and if she needs, she'll do another. They'll have me go do a scan, find out. Because the last time I had something like that, it was here in my shoulder. It was big. It started growing here. So they started doing the different chemo and all that stuff, and they shrank it down. So it's no longer there. But like I said, the chemo that I'm on right now is not really doing nothing for me. It's just holding shit back, but it's not really doing nothing, I'll find out next week also what's going to happen, if I'm going to go to radiation also or change my chemotherapy. Most likely I'll change the chemotherapy, because if it's not helping, what the fuck's the use of doing it? So, I'm dealing with that shit, spitting out blood and shit. And I was spitting out blood a little while ago before I went to the doctor. But again, it's what it is. That's what I'm going through. I don't sweat that shit, man. I really don't. But in the very beginning of finding out I have cancer, it's a mind thing, and you like I said, for me, for the first 2 months or whatever it was, I would stay up all night and just lay there and fuck with my phone, and my wife would be asleep, and I would plan my own funeral. I would plan, every day was different. I want this, I want that, because I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. You know what I mean? I wasn't depressed or nothing like that, but then I'm mentally preparing myself. And so that was going on for a while, and then after a while, you get used to what's going on, and you don't think like that no more. And you just think about, okay, let's keep going, whatever you want, whatever the doctors want to do, let's do it. And so that's what I was doing. But when you start to, like now, where I can feel, okay, my body's breaking down. I don't know how much more they're going to give to me. I said today I went to the 36th round of chemo, 36. And, but, I'm spitting out blood and all that bullshit. I'm super tired. Sometimes I can't keep my eyes awake, open. Today I'm okay. That's the thing about it. Today I'm okay. Then you start to think about the same thing that I was thinking about in the beginning, because I know, just like everybody else does. See, people know how their bodies are. But some people will be in denial about things when they're sick and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not. I'm a fucking realist. I know what I got. I know what's going on. I know my body. I know it's breaking down. I can feel it. I ain't the same anymore. Spitting out blood. Like I said, I'm weak. I'm tired. Spend 2 days in bed. I don't do that. My wife can tell you I don't do that. That's not my thing. I hate being in the fucking bed. I want to be up. I want to be doing something, but I can't. My body won't let me do it no more. So, like I said, I know what's up. You know, I know what's going on. My body's breaking down, but you know the outcome of it all. I'm not worried about that. You know what I mean? That shit doesn't bother me whatsoever. You know what I mean? But it is a fucking mind game. It is a mind game. You know what I mean? So you start to think about that shit again. You know what I mean? You start thinking about, okay, if this happens, this is what I want done. You know what I mean? I was gonna say something. I'm trying to think about the fucking post I did. The post I did the other day. Oh yeah, because my wife made a post about, and I didn't even know she did it. You know, she had let people know that I wasn't feeling too well. So, you know, but on the other hand, I posted that thing where it says, "Don't dig my grave because I'm not dead yet. I'm not. I'm still right here. You know what I mean? I'm still right here. I don't know how long this shit's gonna go, or my time frame. You know what I'm saying? But when I was going through that shit the other day, those 2 days, especially on Sunday, last Sunday, I was laying there and I was just thinking, like, just either it's gonna get fixed or just let me fucking fade away, because that's at that moment is like I told my wife, that's the closest I felt to fucking death. I'm laying there and I'm just like, man, how much more can you take? How much more are you gonna go through? You know what I mean? And well, me, I feel like, fuck, man, either it's gonna get fixed or just because it's tough. It's tough. You know what I mean? It's like either it's gonna get fixed or just let me fucking go to sleep and fade away. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to continue to go through this shit the way that I'm going through it right now. You know what I mean? And it's only gonna get worse before it gets better. You know what I mean? It's gonna get worse. You know what I mean? So I started to feel like, fuck, man, I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. You know, I was talking to this dude that I met recently at the at the uh, at the chemo doctor at the infusion room where we go. You know, he's another street dude, tatted up. He's new, only been there a couple months. You know, he came in today and you know, I was just talking to him. He's asking me how I'm doing and shit. And I think he's had probably like 4 or 5, something like a chemo session. And he said they're gonna give him a couple more because everything's looking good for him. You know. So I think that maybe somewhere total 5 or 6 sessions he'll have. I don't know. Don't quote me on it because I'm gonna do a video with him. So I don't know. It's 5, 6, maybe 7. I don't know. It's somewhere right there though. You know, he's like, I'm gonna do a couple more, and he goes, my numbers are good and all that stuff like that. And I said, that's good. That's good, man. And I said, because he's been there a couple months, and I told him, yeah, I've been here a year and 4 months. And he's like, what? You've been here that long? I said, yeah. Today's my 36th treatment. He's like, fuck, bro. Like, hey, he's like, I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know. I said, yeah, I've been here a year and 4 months, and but there's people that have been there longer, years. So, you know, he says, you know, we were talking and everything, and I was like, it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing, man. It's gonna break you. It's gonna break you down mentally. And but I said, you like me. You're from the streets too, just like I was. You know, I said, you know, he's from LA. He's from South Central, and I says, you know, even as kids, doing things that we were doing, we were prepared to die. We didn't give a fuck about living. You know what I mean? We had that mentality, like, either you're gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill you. That's it, and I'm gonna die for what I believe in. And at the time, that was my neighborhood. You know what I mean? I'll die for my neighborhood. I'll die for my homeboys. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? So we already had that mentality. We grew up that way with that mentality of we're not afraid of dying. You know, and he was telling me today that he was in prison. And so I'm like, and see, then you go to prison. I did time in the 90s, but I didn't go to prison. I went to YA, but still, you know, it was rough in there, you know. I said, but okay, you go to prison. You know what can happen to you in there, but you were fucking prepared for it, and you made it out of there. I said, we already had the mentality. There's people in here that don't know how we feel or what we've gone through. They don't. They're afraid. They're afraid of dying. I said, you got to look around at these people, the older ones. What are they holding on to? You could be 75 years old, 80 years old, and you're still over here getting chemo. Most likely it's because you're afraid of dying. You know what I mean? They keep going, keep trying to live as long as I possibly can. And me and him, it's like, that doesn't phase us. The death part don't phase us. It's I said the worst part is going to be the guilt part you feel for your wife, your girlfriend, your mother, your kids. If you have any, he's like, well, I got a 5-year-old daughter. And I said, you see, you're going to go through it, but your daughter's going to watch you go through it. You know what I mean? And but for him, he looks like he's, from what he's saying, he's beating the shit. You know what I mean? And me, and I've met other people that have been through the chemo and all that stuff, and they did like 5-6 sessions of chemo, and their shit was done, and maybe had some surgery, and boom, they're good again. It's like, a few months. Me, a year and 4 months. Other people I know, more than 10 years. That we gotta go through this shit. We gotta fight this shit. You know what I mean? And I think, let me see. I don't know of one person yet that has made it past that shit. That has actually beat it. I know my boy Tony, he's doing good. He's doing okay right now as far as like, I don't think he's currently has cancer, but he's still going through some issues with the whole thing that he was going through. But to be 100% healthy again, no, I don't think he's 100% healthy again. So I don't know anybody that's gotten this shit, any form of cancer that's 100% healthy again. They keep getting cancer, different forms of cancer. I ain't the lucky one. I ain't the one that's gonna be, oh yeah, I beat all the odds, and that's not gonna happen. I don't believe that shit. I'm comfortable with whatever's gonna happen. I told the guy, it's the guilt that you're gonna feel for your family, your daughter to have to watch you go through what you're going through. There's nothing they can do about it. They can't help you. You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna help you. When it's your time to go, it's your time to go. If it's your time to go, whether it's from the cancer or not, when it's your time to go, you're gonna go, and that's all there is to it. That's the way I feel. But like I said, I was feeling close to fucking death on Sunday, and I said, I just want to fucking fade away, man. It was rough. It was rough on Sunday. Saturday it was bad, but Sunday was rough. You know what I mean? But here I am again. I go to work on fucking Monday. I get up Monday morning at 3:00 2:30 in the morning. I get up, and I'm like, the alarm goes off. I'm laying in the bed, and I get up, and I'm a little sore. I'm like, oh, okay, let me see how I feel. Jump in the shower, and got out, and I felt great. Did all the things I had to do. Got ready. Went to work. Felt good. So it comes and it goes. Again, today I feel good. You know what I mean? I went to chemo today. I feel good. Lucky for me, today is the starting day of my 5 days off. So I got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off this week. So I can rest for the most part before I go back to work again on Tuesday. And we'll see what happens. But for people that see the posts and videos and shit like that, And don't get shit. Don't get it twisted and think that that I've given up anything. You know what I mean? Or I'm just ready to fucking lay down and die. No, I wasn't ready to lay down and die that day. I'm just saying, if I was thinking like, hey, if I'm gonna go, just let me go right now. You know what I mean? Let me just fade away. You know what I mean? Let me go now. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't giving up. I'm just like, hey, if it's time to go, it's time to go. That's the way I felt. Like my body was giving out on me. You know what I mean? But I don't feel like that every day. You know what I mean? Just at that moment, that's the way I felt. But today's a different day, and I feel good again. I don't feel 100%. I feel maybe like 90%. You know what I mean? Which is good to me. I don't feel tired. Got things to do around here around the house. I get done today before my wife gets home. It's already gonna be 3:00. Didn't even realize that, but got a couple things I want to do around here. But I'm gonna be here for 5 days, so I get things done. You know what I mean? But I ain't giving up shit. I'll keep fighting this shit until I can't do it no more. That's the way I feel. I hopefully, if there's people out there that are dealing with it or just getting started with it, just know that it's a mental game and it's gonna play fucking games on you. You know what I mean? It's gonna fuck with your mind, and when you're alone, when you're alone, it'll start. It'll fuck with your head. You know what I mean? And when you're sick and you're hurting, you know what I mean? I guess that's the time where you really gotta, suck it up and just, roll with the punches. You know what I mean? Because that's the time when it's really gonna fuck with your head, when you're not feeling good, or when you're looking at whoever you're with, your husband, your wife, your kids, your grandkids, whatever. You know what I mean? And you see that they treat you a little bit different. Even though they're not trying to. They're not trying to like feel sorry for you, but in the way they kind of are. You know what I mean? You start to feel the guilt. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I'm putting these people through some shit, especially your husband and wife. And then it, like I said, it plays tricks on you. It starts fucking with your head, and then you gotta just shake that shit off and just roll with it. Just know that the pain ain't gonna be there forever. You know what I mean? It might be pain or soreness or weakness for a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever, but eventually it's gonna go away, and you'll feel good again, and it's like you're ready to go. You know what I mean? You're ready to keep going. Just keep on going. It's like it's like you took a couple steps back, but it's all right. You keep on going after that. You keep on going again. And I mean, that's all I can do. I can only go until the doctors tell me you can't do it no more. That's what makes me think too. Like, how long before she tells me we can't do it no more? What happens then? What is gonna be? Not my mind says whatever. If she tell me that on Monday, it's okay. Whatever. I mean, what can I do? If I continue to do it, I'll die faster. You know what I mean? So, but I really don't have major side effects. Well, the bleeding from spitting out blood is not too fucking good. You know what I mean? But maybe they'll figure out where the fuck that's coming from. I don't know. But that just started last week. But again, I'm not in no pain like that where I'm excruciating pain. Except when I had the fucking gas issues. That was fucking terrible, but I ain't been having that lately either. But yeah, just for everybody that watches the videos or for anybody on Instagram, just know that I haven't given up shit. Actually, I'm trying to move forward right now. My bike is going into the shop hopefully this week because I want to get back out there and ride again. Me and my wife, even on the weekends, days I'm off, I want to get on the bike and go ride again. I'm tired of my bike sitting here in the garage collecting dust. I put a lot of money into the fucking bike, and it's a fucking museum piece in here. It's a display item that I have here in this garage in this bar, and I'm tired of looking at it. You know what I mean? I want to ride the motherfucker. So, I'm getting some new rims put on. I'm getting some new bars put on. I'm getting the bike ready for Born Free. Anybody that's going to Born Free this year, I'll be there. I got my tickets already for me and my wife, and all my partners are going. You know what I mean? So I'll be there this year. Last year I didn't make it. You know what I mean? And my other partner, BB, hit me up and I say, hey, man, I'm going this year. I'm going to go. Because we've been going like every year for a few years now, And I said, but I'm going. I will be there this year. We'll all go together. He's like, good, because it's not the same when you're not there. So June 22nd, I think Born Free is Saturday, June 22nd or June 23rd, whatever day that is, whatever Saturday that is. That's where we're going. So I'm putting my bike in the shop, have Matt Cortez put some new rims on it, new bars, new air cleaner, and that's where I'll be. And I want to be able to ride my bike more often. Start riding it to work and shit. Now it's starting to get warm. There's a couple guys that got bikes over there, and my shit's way better than theirs. I ain't trying to fucking knock them or nothing. There's a couple guys with nice bikes over there, but when my shit's pulled up right there, yeah, everybody knows that's my bike. You know what I mean? But I want to get back to riding, go take it to work and shit like that, and do things with my wife again like we were doing before. I need to get back on the bike. I need to get back out there and be seen again by all my people that know me. You know what I mean? So that the summertime's coming. That's in the plan right now. I gotta figure out this tired thing. Energy drinks don't help. I gotta figure out what I can do. Maybe there's something they can give me that'll wake me up. That keep me from being so fucking tired. I'll talk to the doctor about that on Monday and let her know that, hey man, I can't keep my eyes on most of the time. Is there anything you can give me that can wake me up instead of giving me shit that's putting me down like a fucking horse, But we'll see. I'll be back out there again, And so again, like I said, I ain't give up shit. I'm still here. I'm gonna be here as long as it lets me be here. As long as life lets me be here, I'm gonna fucking be here. You know what I mean? And so that was the whole purpose of that post of don't dig my grave yet because I'm still here. If you want to see me, I'm right here. If you know me, you know where I live. If you don't, and you want to come by anyway, hit me up. I welcome everybody over here. I try to give everybody a good time when they come over here. You know what I'm saying? So you want to come over here and hang out, drink some beer, because yeah, I still drink beer. I'm living my life. Whatever life I have left, I'm gonna fucking live it, and nobody's gonna tell me anything. Nobody can tell me nothing. Not my wife, no one. I live my life the way that I want to live it, because if this is the last of it, then let me do what I do. So if you want to come over here, hang out, have some fucking beers, play some dominoes, play some chess. I don't give a fuck, Play some cards. You want to play some poker? Bring some people over here. You want to lose your fucking money? Come over here. We'll play some cards. But yeah, I'm still going. I'm still working. I'm still fighting this shit. And for the most part, I'm still living. So, that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching me and listen to my story and sometimes my opinion on things. I know that my opinions might not be the same as some of your opinions, but that's all right. We don't always have to agree with each other. If I don't agree with you, I don't disrespect you. Just try to get my point across. I just let it go. I ain't gotta agree with you, but those are your feelings. It's okay. You know what I mean? We can still be cool. So yeah, I appreciate you guys that watch the videos and you don't leave stupid ass comments and shit like that. I think I only had one time where somebody left a dumbass comment. I just delete that shit. I don't get involved in the back and forth with motherfuckers on the internet. You know what I mean? I ain't that person. I'm almost 50 years old. You ain't gonna see me fucking argue with somebody on the internet or going through a chat argument. Fucking I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't do that. So I appreciate you guys that watch and that, whether if you disagree, you don't be on here talking dumb shit. You just let it go. That's it. So anyways, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. I already got monetized. I think by tomorrow I'll finally make $100 off this shit. You know what I mean? Which is cool. I appreciate it. $100 to make some videos. That's good with me. You know what I mean? And hopefully I can make more. Hope I can get some more followers and shit like that. So if you know people that are going through cancer, or like they're into the biker lifestyle, just share the page with them. You know what I mean? And if you got any suggestions on videos, let me know. This weekend, this week we'll be doing, maybe tomorrow. My wife gets off early tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow I'm gonna set shit up for me and her to do a video together because we've been looking at some subjects to talk about, or maybe do another live video, something. But I want to do something again with my wife. Tomorrow, hopefully. Saturday, got some shit to do, but hopefully tomorrow we can do something. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll be talking to you guys later.